Hello friends, I'm Abhijit and today I'm presenting the 8th episode of Basics of Medical Science. And in this episode, I shall be covering the classification of the nervous system. There are two classifications of nervous system. One is the anatomical or structural classification. Second one is the physiological or functional classification. So first we will discuss the anatomical classification or the structural classification. As per anatomy, the nervous system classification can be divided as a central nervous system or peripheral nervous system. As you can see here, the central nervous system comprises of the brain and spinal cord, and it is named as central nervous system because it receives, integrates all the informations from all the parts of our body. Accordingly, it processes those information and influence all the body functions. Now coming to the details of the central nervous system, the first part is the brain that controls all our body function, and then the spinal cord which connects with the brain, and then it runs through the spinal cord. The spinal cord carries information from the different parts of our body to the brain, as well as the control mechanism from the brain to the different parts of our body. Now coming to the peripheral nervous system, the peripheral nervous system contains all the nerves that lie down outside the central nervous system. The peripheral nervous system includes cranial nerves and spinal nerves. There are 12 pair of cranial nerves which emerge out of the cranial cavity or the brain, and there are 31 pair of spinal nerves which emerge out of the spinal cord, and they spread all over our body. So the peripheral nervous system itself further can be divided into the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system as per their function. Now somatic nervous system, they have the voluntary control of over the different muscles like our hands, legs, and as well as the facial muscle. And the autonomic nervous system, they control the different body function like cardiac function or digestive function, etc. Now we will describe the somatic nervous system. The somatic nervous system transmits the sensory information like touch, pressure, temperature, and pain from the different parts of our body to the brain with the help of the sensory neuron, and then it brings the voluntary or willful movement to that part of our body with the help of the motor neuron. Now the autonomic nervous system controls the bodily function which are not consciously directed, such as breathing, digestion, or heartbeat, etc. The autonomic nervous system controls these with the help of two motor neurons which are connected from the spinal cord to the different organs, and these motor neurons are sympathetic neuron and parasympathetic neuron. Sympathetic neuron releases the neurotransmitter like epinephrine or norepinephrine, and they are activated during the fight and flight response. Parasympathetic neuron releases the neurotransmitter like acetylcholine, and they are activated during the rest or digestion period of our body. Now the sympathetic neuron, when it releases the epinephrine and norepinephrine, the impact of the same on the heart is different than the impact on the other system. This epinephrine or norepinephrine increases the heart rate, whereas this epinephrine or norepinephrine decreases the GI tract activity. Similarly, the acetylcholine decreases the heart rate and acetylcholine increases the GI tract activity. So the take-home message from this is the impact of the sympathetic and parasympathetic neurons are different on the different organs. So this is what all about the classification of the nervous system. And for any questions or suggestion, you can reach me at abhijitdas61 at the rate gmail.com, and my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter account and co accounts are mentioned as under. So guys, signing out till we meet in the next episode on homeostasis.